Existence is a relatively simple concept. It is defined as that which consists of either matter or energy. Therefore, if a God exists, it must be composed of either matter or energy.
Okay, it says in John 4:24, God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. This means that God is a spirit. You can't see him in the universe because he exists outside of the universe. God is immaterial, which means we don't know what he's made of. It says in James 5:16, the prayer of a righteous man is powerful and effective.
We cannot perceive black holes directly, but we know that they exist due to the effects of their gravity wells on surrounding matter.
Yes, but we can also see the effects of God. What about miracles, testimonies? People actually have seen God in their lives because they believed in him and they prayed. Prayer is the only way you can see God. If you have a closed-minded, atheistic worldview, you will never see God, because the only way you can see God is by prayer. But if you open your mind and try being a Christian and pray to God, God will come to you and you'll see him.
But since existence is defined as that which is composed of matter or energy, the proof of existence must be some evidence of that matter or energy.
Wrong. The real definition of existence is a thing that exists, an entity. Not only have you got the definition wrong, but you've used your own definition to try and attack Christianity.
Evidence is defined as that which impacts our physical senses in some manner, either directly or through some translating device such as a spectrograph or an oscilloscope.
Wrong again. Evidence is data that points towards a set of facts or fact. This may include testimonies, witnesses, documents, or objects.
Since our sensory organs are designed to perceive the effects of matter and energy, it is through the evidence of the senses that we can determine the existence or non-existence of things. If I argue that something exists, but then claim there is no way to detect it, my argument contradicts itself. Let's say I tell a deaf man that I hear a deep, loud sound coming from a speaker. If he lays his hand on it and feels no vibration, he has every right to be skeptical. If I say that this loud sound does not have vibrations, he may then pull out his trusty microphone or other sound wave detector. If this instrument detects no sound in the vicinity, can I still tell him that the sound is occurring?
As I said earlier, the only way you can communicate with God is through prayer. You're completely misrepresenting what Christians are saying, and you're making up your own definitions. I'm a Christian, and every now and then I pray. Sometimes I feel God's presence in my heart. But you've never been a Christian before, so how would you know what you're saying is correct? You're just saying this based on what you've experienced so far. God gave us a brain to think and pray so we could communicate with him.
Miracles are impossible, because miracles are, by definition, violations of physical laws. Likewise, a God cannot be all-knowing and all-powerful, since both attributes would violate the basic tenets of physical laws. All-knowing would require instantaneous knowledge of all matter past, present, and future, which is clearly impossible, while all-powerful would require the ability to break the bounds of physical laws, which brings us back to the realm of non-existence.
Miracles happen every day. I had a friend a few years ago who was suffering from cancer, and he was afraid of dying. He told me he had a dream about God talking to him, and the next day he woke up and his cancer was gone. The doctors thought it was a miracle. There's also a few verses in the Bible which mention people getting healed from God. If God can heal people, this means that he has infinite knowledge and he is eternal.
Many people redefine God within their own minds as a potential form of matter or energy that has not been discovered yet, or that which could exist in an alternate universe, or something to that effect. However, either a criterion for determining truth exists or it does not. If such a criterion does exist, then it must be objective and based on the evidence of the senses and reason, which precludes the existence of any deities. If no such criterion exists, then both everything and nothing is true, and agnosticism, atheism, superstition, religion, and the belief of the flying spaghetti monster are all equally valid. If an objective criterion for truth exists, then it cannot logically be applied according to whim, or only in situations that feel emotionally comfortable. Through this logical method, we can determine no God exists. Actions are more important than beliefs.
John 3:16. For God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So what this means is that if you believe in Jesus Christ, which is God's Son, you will go to heaven. And if you don't believe in him, you will go to hell. You can't just pretend that God doesn't exist, because he does exist. And when Judgment Day comes, you will be judged by God. Jesus Christ died for our sins, and now he's asking us to accept him and believe in him. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ, God will send you straight to hell on Judgment Day. But if you're a smart person, you'll believe in God and pray and go to a church, so that when Judgment Day comes, you'll go to heaven, not hell. Thanks for watching my video, and God bless you all.